Yeah,
okay, hey, we're here with Randi Slaughter and her husband, Rocky, but this is primarily Randi. Good morning, Randi.
Good morning. Thank you.
Okay, move in just a little bit closer there and use your outdoor voice.
Okay.
There you go. Hey, Randi has taken on this project to upgrade, upgrade our representation down in Sacramento, because each county down there has something that talks about their county.
In the capital.
It's some kind of an exhibit.
Yes, there are multiple hallways in the first floor of the state capitol in Sacramento that represent 58 counties, and each one has their own display. And they range from TV screens that show multiple videos, from dioramas to posters to just a collage of pictures. And what they really try and do is represent what the best things they have to offer in their county. Ours hasn't been updated since 1993.
But we have something that's different than everybody else's, right?
Yes, that's exactly true. When I first figured out that I would like to take on this project, I did my research, really. I spent over 10 hours basically watching how people interact with the displays. And it was incredible to figure out, as old as ours was, and as much as it even had the Dixieland Jazz Festival poster in it, the diorama effect was one of the most popular displays that people tended to gravitate towards. It wasn't the ones that had multiple TV screens that were showing flashy videos, or the ones where you had to do interactive technology with, or even the ones that just had tons of language or verbiage on it. It was ours. Or the ones that really had the little figurines or things that you could really interact with just by visually looking at it. So that was really unique to find out.
Yeah, and I saw that. And if there's a video on this that will tell you how to look at, but when they ask people, which one do you like? I really like this one because, it's something to look at. And, the rest of them, they're so used to being bombarded with electrons that looking at a diorama is very different. And people really like it. But we need to upgrade it. Exactly.
We don't want to take
We got to have Trish on there. We got to have KCNR 96.5, the old place.
Well, we can have some options. The thing with ours, though, is we don't want to take away from what has made Shasta County great, the roots of it, our logging, our trees. But currently what we have, too, is something different. We're more of an arts and culture area. But what we really have is our nature. And we have our outdoor recreation, our river trail, our sundial bridge, the Sacramento River itself, things like that are shown in this one, but not as prominent as they could be. The fact that we don't have a sundial bridge, which is one of our number one features here in Shasta County, is significant, and that needs to be in it. So we don't want to take away from the style, because that is the most popular. People really gravitate towards that. Children love it, but we want to update it. We want to push out what's happening now.
Exactly, because in 1993 when we did that, I was on the board at that time, as we discussed earlier, and we put the best of what was happening then, but my goodness, that was 26 years ago.
Things have changed a little bit.
Things have
turn Rocky on to,
things have so dramatically changed in 26 years. It's entirely different.
Okay, so what's the plan?
So the plan is, the first step was to talk to the Board of Supervisors and get their approval to move this forward, because it's a county-owned display. So they are the ones that are in control of it, which I did on June 18th. I spoke to them and presented what my research had found and what I had found to be the best option. The first thing we did is we had to find people that could create a diorama. We have tons of artists in Shasta County, but we don't have specific model makers. So we had to expand our search. And with that, we found two artists out in New York, Nix and Gerber, who are prominent diorama makers. And they specialize. They have their own shop that is dedicated to making these kinds of things. We would have loved to have had somebody local.
I'm glad because when I saw that, I went, I mean, we have nobody here in Shasta County because we have a lot of arts here, but it takes a special talent to do this. Are you able to use also local artists in this too?
Yes, we have a local graphic designer who will be helping with the art in terms of our logo, Shasta County's logo, as well as having a say in terms of what the diorama is going to look like. That way we get the passion, the local
They need to build.
Exactly.
They need to build what we tell them to build.
What's important to us here in
to capture that je ne sais quoi, you might
Exactly.
say, of Shasta County.
We have a small committee, Rocky and myself.
Linda's rubbing off on you.
All the time. Almost didn't make it to work this morning. Okay, go on. I'm sorry. Keep speaking, Randy.
Going back.
Oh my gosh, she's bred.
Yes, I am. So what we do is we want to acknowledge, though, we want to have a local presence. And so that's why we're bringing in a local graphic designer. Rocky and I as well. I mean, he's a born and raised Readingite. And I might not be from here, but Shasta County is my home now. And it's going to be where my children are going to be raised. And so I'm very invested. Oh, yeah, children. Speaking about rubbing off.
You all going to have children here?
Well, yeah.
Now? Like
unless it's
soon?
breaking news, I guess.
Yeah, you want to talk about it on the radio? No, okay. All right. So, but we need help with this, right?
Yes. So now that we've had the County Board of Supervisors approval, we're moving forward. We have a commitment with these graphic designers. They're very excited. We have a commitment with our diorama artists as well. We're in fundraising mode. And so there's not a direct amount at the time because we're still in negotiations with these diorama makers, but we are working with multiple groups of people, but mostly the public too. This is something that we can all have a hand in.
Well, what are we looking at for the total cost? Is it under $50,000?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so is it under $25,000? Somewhere around there? Let's just say around $25,000 to $30,000.
Correct.
So if y'all gave $1, there you go.
There you go.
We could leave our mark on Shasta County history. But we have a fund at the Shasta Regional Community Foundation, so it's a tax-deductible venture. There's a offer on the table, though. If you want to leave your mark on the Capitol as an individual, if you contribute $250, which is a commitment, I realize, but we're talking about a diorama that's going to be in the Capitol for about 10 years, at least. Could be 26 years like our current one is.
26 years, you never know.
And when you're bringing your kids down there because they're in 4th grade and they're doing the tour, or your grandkids because they're doing the 4th grade tour, or you're just enjoying your state capitol, you could walk in, see your name, you could see a picture in time, just like the current picture in time of what we look like in 1993.
Okay, so, and then you can get your name on a little plaque, right?
Yes, it'll be on the side, so it doesn't take away from the diorama.
No, I understand.
Itself. Yeah.
Okay, no, I think that's great. I mean, we do that for sections of the wall down there in South City Park and all this. Okay, so how do people? Is there going to be like a fundraiser, or is it there's just going to be?
It's an ongoing effort.
Okay.
So we have a fund set up with the Shasta Regional Community Foundation. If you go to CaliforniaElevated.com, it takes you directly to that link, and we're so grateful to Shasta Regional Community Foundation for partnering with us on this. And you can donate that way. You could also send a check into the Shasta Regional Community Foundation, just attention Capitol display, and it'll go directly to that.
Okay. This sounds like a good thing to get involved with. We do need to have it changed. And how come you got interested in it?
So this is something while Rocky's down in Sacramento for law school, one of the things that we like to do is go visit the Capitol. And while we were down there and seeing the hallway, I saw our display and thought, wow, that's not what's happening now. So I think that needs to be changed.
So you jumped on it. I love that.
I think that's wonderful because that's exactly what happened in 1993. When I was visiting the Capitol down there, Molly Wilson and I would go down and we'd stand there and look at that. We'd go, we got to do something about this. This is old. It hasn't been updated in so many years. And I've forgotten how many years it was before that. But that's exactly how it started then. So
now, if you want to help, one more time, tell everybody how to do it.
CaliforniaElevated.com.
Okay. And as we get closer, I want to have you back. And especially if we could get so be able to put it out on our website and all that, artist renderings of what we think it should look like. And if for $250 you get your name on a plaque on the side of it, that will be there. Unless Randy goes back down there again, it'll be there in perpetuity. Or your kids, or her, when her children are grown, they'll be coming there. This is what Mom did. I think it's time to update it there. We have rocket cars going across the bridge. Okay. Well, thank you. Randy, thank you so much because you saw. Here's a perfect citizen. Because, really, offset
I do have to say, though, my leadership writing class was a big champion of this project, and they were the ones that also helped encourage me to continue moving forward with it. So got to give them a plug.
I'll do that, but you're the one that pulled the trigger. Okay. Thank you so much, Randy.